up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be doing the match preview for Getafe versus Barcelona in La Liga. We are back in league action for the first time in about a month after that disgusting loss to Atletico Madrid on my freaking birthday. A month later, we are back in league action, and now round 2 of La Liga begins, but we face every team for the second time this season, and we start off with terrorism football against Getafe. This is going to be an absolutely rough watch in a stadium where we've done very poorly over the past few years, and it's going to be up to this new style of Barcelona to go out there and try and get an important 3 points in the Coliseum Stadium. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try and get to 200 likes on this video. It would be very much appreciated. Also, if you are new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Kickoff time for this match will be taking place at 9 p.m. local time, so your regular kickoff time in La Liga, and this match will be taking place at the Coliseum Stadium, where our record there recently has been poor. I don't think we've even scored a goal there in our last 4 appearances. There's been a lot of 1-0 losses, 0-0 draw. It's been quite rough, and you could say a new curse for Barcelona. And the referee for this match has been confirmed. On the pitch, it will be Pablo Gonzalez Fuertes, and on the VAR, it will be Francisco Hernandez. Let's start off by taking a look at the league table, where Barcelona are currently sat in 3rd place in La Liga. Last time I did a table review, we were in 1st. A month later, we're in 3rd. We're sat on 38 points, 19 games played, halfway mark through the season, 12 wins, 2 draws, and 5 losses. If you look at our last 5 games in the league, it is absolutely disgusting. 3 losses, a draw, and a win. When I think about our league campaign over the past 2 months, I get sick to my stomach. I'm not even saying that record. I'm not even kidding. I get sick to my stomach. It's just so disgusting to see where we were at and where we're currently at right now. It's just our own doing. It's so poor. We're currently 6 points behind top of the table Atletico Madrid. 19 games played for them, 13 wins, 5 draws, 1 loss. Look at their last 5 games, 5 out of 5 perfect from them. Real Madrid, we are 5 points behind them. Their last 5 games is 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. After 19 games, they have 13 wins, 4 draws, and 2 losses. So we're not that far behind. 6 points again. I think it happens. We win all of our games from now to the end of the season. We do win the league, so it is still in our hands. We're only 2 points ahead of Athletic Club in 4th place. And don't forget, Super Cup qualification. If we don't win the Copa del Rey, we don't get to the final of the Copa del Rey, we will need to get at least 2nd in the league. Not too worried about that quite yet, but again, just a quick little look ahead. So we are behind now. We are now the chasers instead of being chased, and we'll wait and see how the team do react from this. Now, if you take a look at the top teams that will be facing this weekend, Atletico Madrid will travel to Leganes, and Real Madrid will be hosting Las Palmas. I expect easy 3 points here for both Madrid teams, so we definitely do have the harder of the fixtures. I expect it will be the 2 easiest points for the 2 Madrid sides, so it's going to be down to us. The gap could become even bigger than it already is. It's up to us to react and hopefully implement somewhat of a change to have a strong run in the league in the second half of the season. Now, if you take a look at our opponents in Getafe and where they're currently standing in the league table, they're currently sat in 15th place in La Liga on 19 points after playing 19 matches. They have 4 wins, 7 draws, and 8 losses, so average of 1 point per game in their first half of the season. They're only 3 points above the relegation zone. God, I would love them to get relegated. Look at their last 5 games in the league as well, 2 wins and 3 losses, so they're on quite poor form, but again, they tend to always survive in this league. Let's now take a look at our opponents in Getafe. Like I just mentioned, so far in the league, they aren't doing too well in terms of points and conversion rates, but they are surviving, and that's what they tend to like to do anyways. Now, of course, we have already played them this season. It was at the Montjuic, and we did narrowly win the game 1-0. Of course, the Lewandowski goal came from a David Soria mistake in goal for Getafe. Cross from Kounde, couldn't clear it properly, and Lewandowski put it into the back of the net. Getafe did have some chances. Again, a very close game. I think, of course, Barcelona dominated possession. We had the ball a lot, but again, Getafe on the counter-attack had a few sniffs at goal. Barcelona couldn't really convert their chances as well. So quite a tight game, but we got the 3 points in the end. Now, if you take a look at Getafe's last 6 matches in all competition, in their last match, they won against Pontevedra in the Copa del Rey round 16 1-0. They beat Las Palmas 2-1. They beat Granada in the Cup 1-0 in the round 32. They lost to Mallorca 1-0. They lost to Atletico Madrid 1-0. And they beat Espanyol 1-0. I mean, every single game is a 1-0 win or loss except for their 2-1 win against Las Palmas. I mean, this team, you cannot... Anyways, let's take a look at the last. I want to take a look at their last 2 league games alongside their last game in all competition. Firstly, is the 1-0 loss against Mallorca. This was at their home game in the Coliseum Stadium. It was, of course, a tight game in retrospect to how Getafe play. You can see their lineup on the screen. It was, of course, more so of a 4-4-2 with Uche playing up front and Costa and Neom playing as the the wide midfielders. By the way, Neom's back, which is just fucking fantastic. I thought we got rid of Damian Suarez and Neom, but Neom decided to make a return. And phenomenal. It's just, I mean, again, this game is pretty much exactly how you think it went. Tight game, Mallorca with a few chances, they got their goal. Getafe, a few chances, they didn't score. Plain and simple. That's pretty much how all their games are gonna go. Next up is their 2-1 win against Las Palmas away from home. Very, very good win for them on the road. A bit of a more open game, you could say. When they tend to play away from home against the teams that are as good as them, they tend to be a bit more open. But again, they still conceded a lot of chances. They sat back quite a bit as well. David Soria had a really good game, making some a few crucial saves. In the end, they were just a bit more clinical than they usually are. That's why they have 2 goals on the board. And yeah, again, good 3 points for them on the road in La Liga against a team that they are kind of fighting for to survive in the league. Their final match in all competitions was in the Cup against Pontevedra. They won 1-0, which you do probably expect from Getafe. They played the same day as us against Betis on Wednesday, so no extra rest. They got, of course, in mind, Pontevedra, I think, are a 4th division team. They got turned over. I mean, Pontevedra had 80 possession, not in the first half, not in the second half, the entire game. Getafe did suffer 2 red cards to Rodriguez, who is of course their striker out on loan from Real Madrid, and also Rico, their left back, so they both will be suspended for this game, since I think the red cards do carry on, if I'm not mistaken. If they carry on from the Super Cup for Szczesny, surely it carries on from this game. But Pontevedra dominated. They had so much possession. They had so many chances. I watched the highlights. They hit the bar twice. The goalkeeper made some great saves. It wasn't even David Soria. It was a reserve keeper. Getafe had their 1 chance, 1 goal, and the goal came in from Alvaro, the striker that got a red card. Random shot from distance in the second minute, bounces in. This pitch, of course, was all over. It was not up to scratch. The jammiest win for Getafe ever, and I don't even know how they won with 9 men playing, park the bus football against a 4th division team with the whole entire stadium on their side. But they got the win. But 80% possession for Pontevedra is absolutely madness. So overall, final thoughts on Getafe. I mean, they just play. They play without a shadow of a doubt the most disgusting football I have probably seen in my life. This Atletico Madrid have good players and they're a bit more open. They like to go toe to toe. Yes, they'll be conservative sometimes, but at least they're a bit more, loving of football. This is just pure terrorism, and of course it's led by your boy Jorge Bordalas, who was of course a Getafe manager for quite some time, got sacked, came back after they were just doing crap. Like, Bordalas will take your terrorism football and survive over us, dancing with relegation and playing a bit more decent. But he's of course the mastermind, and there's really it's just crazy. In terms of players to look out for, I guess the main one I would say is Neom, who tends to turn up and turn into prime Iron Robin against us, even though he's a right back. I think David Soria, of course, is a good goalkeeper. Christensen, former Barcelona midfielder, very, very good on the ball. We know how good he is. Dejeuner, their center back, is also very strong. Uche up front has done very well for them this season. So they do have some decent players, but it's just the way they set up, the way they approach the game. It's going to be hard to beat. So I think for Barcelona, it's just really more so. I don't know what's more important, chance creation or chance conversion. I would say with this team, probably chance conversion. If those chances come your way, you've got to put them away. We cannot suffer with, scuff shots or hitting the ball just wide, or Raphinha missing, 3 open nets. You will not survive against Getafe, especially in their stadium. Playing that way, you have got to be on it on your conversion rate. And we do have some big injury news ahead of this match. Andreas Christensen this morning did officially receive the medical green light for Football Club Barcelona. He just returned to the pitch for the first time since August. Again, probably some games to warm up, I would suspect. I expect him to be fully fit by the time we hit the beginning of February, but at least he'll be available off the bench, maybe come on some games, get his footing used to the pitch and things like that. But he is now fully back, which of course will be a great addition to the Barcelona backline, maybe even to the midfield as well. But the Danish superstar has officially returned to the pitch for Barcelona. Time now to get into the press conference reaction of Hansi Flick. Yet again, another short presser from him. Didn't really talk about too much. Talks about how he knows that this game will be very, very difficult. He knows that Barcelona haven't scored there quite some time now. He had a team meeting to discuss how to, attack Getafe and how to, convert. Talks about Araujo's future, saying that he hopes that he renews and that, he has a year and a half on his contract. Talked a lot about Ansu Fati in this press conference, what he has to do to get back into training. Is he available on the market? He said, look, he had a meeting with Ansu a few days ago. They've talked about his situation, and now it's really in his hands to continue training and earn his place back, to leave. He said that everything's, up in the air. He was asked about the winter transfer market, saying that, look, I'm very happy with the team. We'll wait and see what happens, but I've told Deco that I'm very happy with the current squad. So he's asked about Rashford, that was what his answer was. He's asked about Pedri playing a lot of minutes, and you know what, Pedri, he's a player that kind of needs to play minutes to stay fit. He'd much rather, play 45 minutes or an hour and some of them off than actually fully rest him. He also said that he does not want to, he just said that he doesn't want to drop Pedri because he's that good, Wow, it's craziness. So he also asked him the goalkeeper position, by the way. He said that I don't know who's going to start. I'm going to speak to, of course, the goalkeeper coach, Luis de la Fuente, and we'll make a decision tomorrow. So that's going to be very, very interesting. There is actually, a goalkeeper debate. Asked about the referees last night in the Real Madrid games, and he's not going to comment on that. And that was pretty much it, really. There's nothing really out of the ordinary, so to speak. And that concluded Hansi Flick's press conference reaction ahead of the match against Getafe tomorrow. Let's now get into lineup prediction. We're going to start with the manager, of course, Hansi Flick. I'm going to try my best with his lineup. I think it will be very easy to predict following, of course, a big week game where there was some rotation. I think Hansi Flick will go with this lineup on the screen right now. They'll go with Naki Peña in goal, a back four of Kounde, Araujo, Kubarsi, and Balde. Midfield three of Pedri, Casado, and Dani Olmo. And in front three of Yamal, Lewandowski, and Raphinha. Although I don't agree with this lineup, I think this will be the lineup that Hansi Flick will select. I think he will pick Naki Peña in goal. A bit of a bias there, but he kind of shucks, unfortunately, for Szczesny. I think the back four stay the same. I don't think really anyone can be coming into this back line. Same with the midfield three and the front three. I think he pretty much will go full strength. I think his idea is to win this game, make a few rotations, maybe midweek against Benfica, since we are in a very good position in the Champions League, but to go full force in this match. If he doesn't pick anything other than this lineup, I genuinely would be shocked. And the only one that could really contest is, of course, Gavi, whether he starts Gavi off the left or in the middle in the 10 for Olmo. That could be one in doubt, but I think everyone else is pretty much set in stone for this game. And that's something that Hansi Flick will select for this match. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think Flick will go with. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was the Barcelona coach. A couple of changes I have made, of course, to Flick's lineup. Firstly, I would go with Szczesny in goal because he is the better goalkeeper. I understand that Naki Peña, he's younger, from the academy, blah, 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 but who's better? Right now, Szczesny, and there's no clear debate. I would start Gavi in the midfield ahead of Pedri. And I did hint there in the Flick lineup that I don't agree with this team. Gavi, for me, is an undisputed starter in this game. You need dogs, you need machines, you need men in this game to put foot in every single tackle, get stuck in, get in the players' faces. That is Gavi. My team is kind of, I think, revolved around Gavi a little bit because I just need dogs in this team. I want Raphinha, he's already had a few problems there from last season. He got sent off there last season. Araujo had some problems last season there as well. We need dogs in this team. If they're going to go toe-to-toe, we don't really need to be creative, or don't really need, to be, flowing football here. You gotta be dogs in this game. You gotta go in there, get the job done, get the hell out. I was even thinking of putting Gavi in the 10 and then playing potentially De Jong or Eric Garcia in the 6 as well. It gets some more strength and, energy in that team. I'm not saying that Pedri doesn't have strength energy, but I think Pedri's a bit more of a delicate player. And of course, this could be a great chance he could get injured. I think he's so influential to this team that I don't even risk it in this game. But this is the lineup that I would select for this match. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know if you're going to pick my lineup or Flick's lineup. Time now for my score prediction. What do I believe the result will be in this match? I've gone for a 0-0 draw. I mean, it's kind of hard not to predict a draw for this game. Of course, I think that Barcelona had the capabilities of winning this game. I think it's very difficult for Getafe to win this game, but I also think it's very difficult for Barcelona to win this game. Again, we have not scored in the stadium in about 4 or 5 seasons now. It's against a team that, of course, are very, very hard to break defensively, and that you need pretty much a miracle to score against them. Again, the reason why we scored against them in the home game back in September was because they made a mistake in the back line. So it's going to be a very difficult game. I think if we do win this game, I would look at the fact that the tides are turning in the favor of Barcelona. This for me is a crucial game, especially in the league when you have Madrid both having easy games this weekend, and we of course have the more difficult one. We're already points behind. You've got to win this game. I think it will be rough. I don't think we're gonna lose this game. I don't think it's gonna be a disappointing evening, so to speak. I just think it will be a difficult evening, one that will take a lot of effort from Barcelona to get 3 points. I hope we do. I think we can. I think it will be difficult, but I think my official prediction will be a 0-0 draw for this game. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think the scoreline will be. So that was a match preview for Getafe versus Barcelona in La Liga. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, make sure you drop a like down below. And of course, in the comments down below as well, let me know your thoughts on everything we did discuss. The main thing, firstly, of course, is your score prediction. And secondly, on those lineups. Firstly, would you pick my lineup or Flick's lineup? What do you think Flick will go with? What would you go with if you're the manager? Leave me all your thoughts down below. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. Set the reminder on the screen and come and join me and watch the game with me. Follow Chef the Match by my match review. So see you guys tomorrow. Big game ahead. Let's hope we can at least score a goal. I think after that would just be more bonuses, but hopefully we can get the 3 points in a big game. Take care and Forza Barca.